I'm building a sales team to take two of our clients' coaching businesses to $100,000 months. And in this video, I'm going to share with you an update on what we're trying to do to achieve this milestone, what the current situation is as this week, which is the first week of August, and the lessons that we've learned to be able to adapt and improve. Now, if this is the first time on this channel, my name's Pat, and I'm a sales director and a consultant where I invest and help online businesses grow their revenue and remove the business owner from the day-to-day operations of managing a sales team. Now, there are three main things to update you on this video. Number one is to share what the last couple of months for one of our portfolio clients, which is a real estate Airbnb niche. Number two is an update on the numbers, as well as what made those numbers possible for us. And number three, what is the next week going to look like? Now, the sales process was pretty simple. A lead would see an ad for an ebook and would be given the option to book an initial discovery call. From there, a few automated text messages and email reminders were sent to get the prospect to show up. Once the discovery call was done, they were then qualified and booked into an actual sales call. Pretty simple, and it had enough volume, but the biggest issue was the cost of acquisition was pretty high. And that was the first hole that we had to plug. So the average conversion for May and June looks something like this. 15% show rate from the initial booking for a discovery call, 53% show rate from the sales calls booked, and a close rate of 14%. That was for about $35,000 cash collected as an average over those 2 months. Number two, let me share with you what happened so far in August, but to go over July, you'll see some improvements here already. 14% show rates for discovery calls, 63% show rates for the sales calls, and 29% close rate with a total cash collected of about $61,000. Now, the best part is there were just some small changes that were made. First, we wanted to start engaging with people via message once they booked the call. It was already being done before, but in a very generic message. So we tweaked the intro to make it a little bit more engaging so that the prospect had a chance to respond. Now, I posted a sample of this on my Facebook profile. I'll link the post in the description. And it didn't necessarily jump the show rate of the first call, but it really helped with the sales calls, as you could see earlier, with a 63% show up rate. Now, the second thing that happened was that we implemented a cancellation system where the prospect who didn't respond to any messages were cancelled off and then given a message to reschedule again on the calendar. This helped us free up some time and slot some people in the gaps during the day. And as well as this, we removed a 15-minute buffer that was there before so that we could get more time availability to get bookings in. Now, the third, and as a byproduct of jamming our calendar tight, was the team got more efficient at setting calls because they were so limited on time. Now, one of the mistakes that people make in the discovery call is doing some sort of half pitch to try to set up the next call, and it doesn't really help, and if anything, it makes the sales call worse. Our discovery calls are to the point. It gives a reason for people to jump on the longer call. And with the sales call, we've refined and reviewed our game tapes to make sure that we're not missing anything. And it's not so much the results that we're looking for, but it's the consistent implementation of the process that will then lead to our results. We're not trying to blow our conversion rates through the roof. We actually want to establish our baseline that we can hit with our eyes closed so that we have our norm. And at the end of the day, not everyone's going to buy. So it's best that you know what those metrics are, so then you can allocate budget the best way that you can. So essentially what contributed to the best month in July was all those little things. Now, to make it even better, the first week of August is off to a good start to back up that $61,000 month with a total cash collected for the first week of August being $34,000. And finally, where to for this month? Well, we continue to double down on what we're doing really well, continue to improve our sales calls so that we can make sure that we sign everyone that we should be signing. But the opportunities right now are in the text messages and the DMs. We have a lot of automated messages where people will engage, and now we're seeing 2 bookings out of 100 reach outs on average. But these are pre-qualified in the messages and super easy to implement. So we're getting bookings fairly quickly and fairly easily. The messages aren't there to burn the leads either. So if anything, it nurtures them and gives us more opportunity to just engage. So that's one area that we can improve. The other thing right now is that we need to expand our sales team. We have a good core group right now with our setters being absolute rock stars, but we still have great volume and room for growth. So with more staff means tighter onboarding, which we have, and to get somebody to go live, it only really takes us a few days. Of course, it's the talent and the personality that we look for, and we have some really good standards that we've set now. Where we'll end up in August, not too sure at this point, but we have our goals, and for now we'll continue to push for improvement, one little thing at a time. Either way, I'll share with you what happens from here. So thanks for watching this update. Subscribe and follow for more, and I'll see you in the next one.